Welcome back to Views of a Flick. I'm Will I Am Defoe, aka Big Willie Style. And as you guys can see, I'm here by myself this time. Gonna be reviewing the new season of She-Hulk Season 1. This will be a spoiler review. So if you have not watched the last episode, season finale, or seen the new season of She-Hulk, I advise you to cut this off right now. And actually, I don't know if you want to go watch it or not. You go watch the trailer or something, or watch episode 1 and let me know if you want to watch the rest of the season. Leave a comment down below. But this season of She-Hulk, I would say it had, out of 9 episodes, I would give it 2 good episodes. And even those 2 good episodes that I thought were okay were all over the place, just like the entire season of She-Hulk. I put anyone to the test, if you have watched She-Hulk or if you have not watched She-Hulk, to go through and tell me exactly what the show was about. Every single storyline that they had in the show that you thought was going somewhere led nowhere. It fell on death's nail. I wouldn't even say it fell on death's nail, because it would seem like the outcome of that storyline just fell flat. No, literally every storyline in the show goes nowhere. It's like some storylines, it's like they just forget about. Some other storylines, they use the fourth wall breaking to pretty much tell us, this storyline isn't important. It's only important because you think this is what a superhero show is supposed to have. Well, no, we think it's important because you set it up and pointed it out earlier in the season. I think the writer's room, if you watch the last episode of this, I believe that the writer's room was kind of telling us that the show, it has been terrible. I don't know if Marvel and the writers wanted to do this on purpose. I don't know if Kevin, if you watch the show, you know what I mean by Kevin. I don't know if he approved the script of this show. I don't know if he even watched this show. But it feels like throughout the season, the fourth wall breaking is the writers telling you, like, hey, we know this is a mishap in the script, but it's supposed to be there. Or, hey, we know that you guys want this to happen, but hey, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this instead. Or, hey, we know you guys love this and look forward to this person or that person, but nope, it's just me. That in a vacuum, I guess it's okay. But when you're talking about a TV show that you're developing and want us to continue watching, which I have no idea if they plan on making a season 2 of this. I hope not. But if this is a season of television that you want us to continue watching, you have to build storylines. You have to give people a reason to watch a show. People not watching Seinfeld and shit like that nowadays, to where a sitcom where it goes nowhere. Each episode is pretty much its own episode, and it's not leading anywhere or have a cohesive story. People are not watching that type of television anymore. People are watching long form TV shows and television and streaming services, to where we have multiple episodes a season, to where they're developing these timelines and developing these storylines to actually flush out and end the right way. What they did with She-Hulk, I don't know if this was an experiment. I don't know what this was, but the show was ass. I have to say that. I don't know. I hope all the mistakes that the fourth wall breaking pointed out to Kevin in the season finale, I hope those are not just jokes. And I really hope Marvel takes heed to what she was saying what you've heard the audience say about previous shows, previous movies. I hope they take heed to that stuff and actually fixes those things and fixes their problems and make things better, because we all want to see the MCU go forward. We all want to see it get back to the greatness that it was, um, in which I believe they are, as soon as November 11th pops up. But that's the thing with Marvel. See, they'll give us something like Black Panther 2, and then everything we'll get four projects that what I take that back. We'll get a movie like Black Panther, and then we'll get two projects that people on the fence about, one project that people love, and then one project that people absolutely hate. It's like we got to do something to get back on the same level that the MCU was before, and maybe with the pausing that Kevin and Marvel announced the other day, with them pausing and pushing back Blade and a couple other movies, maybe that is them saying, hey, maybe we need to take a break. We got too much going on right now to where we can't focus on everything. And I hope they get better going forward. If I had to grade this series, I would have to give it I would have to give it a D. And if you watch the series, you know what that D stands for, because that's really the only highlight of this show. Uh Titania, I mean, I still have no idea why she was in the show. The Hulk, they shitted on him the whole show. I don't know what they turned the Abomination into. I guess they're Smart Abomination now. There isn't going to be any savage monsters in the MCU going forward. I'm stuck. I tried to give them. I tried to back them up a little bit with Smart Hulk and them turning Hulk into Smart Hulk. I'm like, they did that in the comics. That's the way it's supposed to go. I understand what they doing with that, but nah, not with Abomination. You can't do that. But like I said, my grade of the show was a D. Shout out to Daredevil. That's really the only highlight of the show. I liked her dad, whoever played her dad. I liked his character. But that's about it, really. I didn't even get into none of the woman splaining that they did in this show. I'm gonna call it that, woman splaining, standing for mansplaining, of course. I didn't even talk about all of the shitting on men and how there are two good out of 9 episodes. They show you two good men characters that didn't do anything selfish or anything evil throughout the show, and that's her dad, and that's her coworker. I can't remember his name. The guy that helped her friend in the finale. Um, yeah, they're really the only two males in the show that's not an asshole, that don't do anything evil, anything like that. But other than that, they treat all the men in this show like shit. They even treat them like shit, really. Um, but yeah, man, that's been my review of this season of She-Hulk. Like I said, I hope if they do a season 2 that they get better writers to do it. Um, or these writers need to get better, or whoever wanted to do this type of show, like, nah, it ain't it at all. But like I said, that's my review of She-Hulk season 1. I'm Will I Am Defoe, aka Big Willie style. Make sure you tune in every week, the weekly Views Weekly, where we talk about all of the entertainment, movie news going on throughout the week. Make sure you check out all our other reviews on the channel. We currently reviewing Andor, House of the Dragon. We got a few things in the mix coming up. Also, go check out our Arch Villains podcast on all podcast networks where you listen to your podcasts. Check us out. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to talk to you next time. Peace.